Hello, welcome to episode 596 of Fergo and the Freak. I'm the bloke from Rugby League Project, Andrew Ferguson. You can find me on Twitter at AndrewRLP. Join me as always is the not inebriated League Freak. You can find on Twitter at League Freak.
Mate, I can't believe you would even record in this state. I'm talking about Victoria because I'm in fucking New South Wales.
Yes.
Fucking Origin winners, mate.
Was it in doubt? Was it in doubt?
Not really. I mean, people really had a go at Laurie Daly. I would backed him the whole way. Hey,
mate, we were 100% behind him.
Fucking people really got on his case, and I was like, "No, have faith."
Yeah, have faith. We need to lock him in actually for the next few years.
No, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about, you dickhead? You're gonna fucking ruin it for all of us.
Oh well. Well, just in case you're living under a rock. New South Wales has completely.
Don't call Huddersfield a rock. Sorry.
It's a nice rock.
No, it's not. You know it's not. You've been there. It's a fucking shithole. It's the end of the fucking world. Sorry.
Oh no, that's northern parts of Queensland, Brisbane.
Yeah.
New South Wales have wrapped up the State of Origin series. I think we can actually say this whole series comes down to Kalen Ponga being an idiot in Origin 1.
Pretty much, hey. That's where that game turned, and they dominated New South Wales in game 2, but I got to say in game 3, they were really poor. They made so many mistakes. I'm talking with my eyes closed, by the way.
Look, the New South Wales forwards did what they hadn't done in the first 2 games, and they dominated.
Look, I thought we played in this third game very differently than we had in most of the series. I thought our halves linked, which they only did after Ponga got sent off in game 1. Our forwards played a little bit wider, which was interesting. I thought Payne Haas was fantastic, probably his best Origin game. And I thought that we really used the ball a lot better. And I thought that it allowed some of our players to be unlocked a bit more too. I thought that Cleary played pretty well. I thought that Moses played pretty good off the back of him. I thought that Isaiah Yeo was very good in the middle of the field. And just not too many bad performances. I thought that Tedesco wasn't good defensively, but then he went off with that head knock, or we should call it a brain injury. And there were some lapses. There were a couple of times where New South Wales players ran in and looked like they were going to take a high bomb, and they just sort of pulled out at the last second. I don't know what pulling out means, but yeah, it's just. I'm sorry, Andrew. I pull out games a week, man. But
this is going great.
It's legendary how weak it is. But we won. That's all that matters.
That is all that matters.
Yeah.
Nailed the series. You know what? I did some ratings. What do you reckon? Should I go through them?
Yeah, let's go through. Because this will work, because you can do your rating and then I'll do my rating. But I'm not locked to these ratings for if I rate tomorrow, because I will be a different person.
and that's fine. And you know what? You can fight me on all of these, and I'll let you win.
I'm not going to fight you, Andrew.
All right. So I'll go through Queensland first. Okay.
Okay.
I've given them all a score out of 10. I'm not as nasty with the ratings as you are.
Yeah, my ratings I think are a bit different to most people. I can give a 6, and that's a pretty average rating. That's all right. If you get a 6 on my ratings, you've done all right. A 5 is below average for me. So, and that's a bit different to most people's ratings. But anyway, let's do it.
All right. Well, straight up, I've got Kalen Ponga with a 5.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think he was a little bit below average. At one point, he was moved into the halves. Didn't help him too much. But yeah, I think he didn't stamp himself in this game, did he?
No, it looked like he was trying not to inject himself into the game.
Yeah.
He was so restrained in what he was doing.
I think that had a bit to do with how they played, though. They should have been getting him involved, and he really wasn't getting involved.
Yeah. I agree. On the wingers, I've got Cobbo and Fafita. I'll go both of them a 6, because I thought they were actually pretty strong all game.
Yep, I agree.
And both the centers, Toya and Tabua Fadao, I gave them both 7s. I think the the 3-quarter line for Queensland was probably where the best of their players were.
Yeah, I think Toya, the game didn't really come to Toya too much, but when it did, he did his job.
He did, and look, even early on, his footwork was confusing best. He's very good with how he moves his body too, even when he hasn't got the ball in his hand, and it just makes the defender second guess where they need to be a little bit.
Mm.
He was looking pretty dangerous early on, but then, as you said, they just starved him of the ball. He never got an opportunity out there.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy? This is his second season at top grade
I
footy.
know, it's insane. The
Yeah,
kid is
it's
just phenomenal.
nuts. Yeah. Because it's so cool when you see a young bloke just like come out of the blocks like that with his career. It's been great to see.
Yes. Munster, I gave him a 3 because
Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty close to one of his worst games in Origin. I thought he was largely dreadful tonight.
Yeah, look, when you start thinking about the World Cup team, it's going to be hard to leave him out, right? Because he's got so much experience, and even if he plays poorly, he's a big body, he's a defender, and he has those games where he can take over. But if Strange has a good end to the year, it's going to be tough to leave Strange out.
Yeah, especially if Munster still hasn't picked it up yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't think he's found any form at all yet this year.
No,
He's got picked for Queensland on
Mhm.
past glories, which great players do and
Mhm.
deserve that.
Mhm.
But I think if they were to be picking Origin again next year, and this is the form he takes into it, I don't think he's getting picked next year.
Yeah. By the way, me and Andrew have said we started recording straight away.
Yes.
If I puke, it's been recorded. You're going to hear it. Okay.
Yeah, we're leaving it on.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't think I will, but I'm
No.
just saying. I had to take my t-shirt off. That's all. That's never a good sign.
Got the bin at hand.
No, I'm good. I'm just going to spew,
All right.
mate. Fuck it.
Sam Walker, I gave him a 4 because I just didn't think he did much at all.
Yeah. The game. Once again, it didn't sort of come to him. He did get that head knock, which I think it just hurt him. I didn't think it actually concussed
didn't
him.
look too nasty.
Yeah, I think like he laid out flat in the ground, and I think that's what kind of got him the HIA. But I think it was more just to hurt the back of his head, which kind of sounds funny, but that can happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the game didn't work his way, and that happens sometimes especially as a halfback when your forwards are getting dominated a little bit.
Speaking of, Flegler, I gave him a 4, and Tino, I gave him a 6.
I thought Tino was I would have given Tino a 4 or 5.
Tino was.
He was quiet.
I'm pretty sure he made more meters than any other of the Queensland forwards.
I just thought he was quiet. Hey,
they were all quiet.
Yeah, true.
Harry Grant, I gave him a 5. All he did was tackle, and that's because the New South Wales forwards were actually smart for a change and ran at him all game. He made like 52 tackles or something.
Jesus Christ! Yeah,
that's what you do.
Yep, I think that's a fair call.
Nikora, I gave him a 7. I thought he was comfortably their best forward. He was the only one I saw running with a bit of intensity, and he was tackling pretty subtly as well. Like no one was getting past him or through him, and he was playing with a bit of intensity, which I think the rest of the pack was lacking.
Yeah, I would have given him a 6, but it's very close. Yeah, you know, and I think that it was definitely his best game of the series.
Yeah. Capewell 4, barely saw him.
Yep.
And Cotter, I gave him a 6 again. He did a lot of work in defence. He wasn't too bad with the ball in hand, but didn't really create anything, which is usually what you want your lock forward doing, is getting those offloads away, and he wasn't doing anything. He was just plodding it up the middle.
Yeah, true. I agree with that.
On the bench, I gave Plath 5, Nanai 4, Loiero 5, and Walsh 5.
I think Walsh's 5 is pretty good because he didn't get too many minutes and he was trying. Like, he looked a little dangerous when he was out there. I thought Loiero, I would have given a 3 or 4.
That's fair.
Personally, yeah.
For New South Wales, Tedesco 4. The head knock aside, he just looked like he was half a step off pace with everything in attack and defence.
Look, one thing I was thinking about tweeting during this game was that he defensively he is somewhere now between Gutherson and Edwards, and that's a big step. There's a big step between those two dudes. He just was, even there was a try that Queensland scored, and like he turned. I tweeted Nadine. I said he turned up for the photo at the end. Like you can't just keep being that far out of position where you turn up for the photo at the end when someone scored a try, and I think that should be his last Origin game.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? Did someone bip a horn?
No, it was my watch.
Okay, your watch is loud, man.
No, it's crazy.
Fuck.
It was sitting on a thing on my computer desk.
Okay.
Put it on top of that book over there. There you go. In the back line, I have Noah Quanatawasi. I gave him 5. I thought he was mid. And I gave Bostock 7. I thought he was pretty good for his debut.
I would have given Bostock probably a 5. I thought that he was all right. He did make a couple of mistakes. Wasabi Nagasaki.
I'll give Bostock a bit of a reprieve on the first one because there was a push pass that Best threw out, which was way in front of Bostock, and he almost caught it, but it wasn't a very helpful pass.
Yeah. He should have still scored it, though.
Man.
As a winger, as a professional winger, he should have scored that shit. You got to gobble that shit up. You know what I mean? Wasabi Nagasaki. I would have given him a 3. Like he did the usual like goofball shit that he always does defensively. And for all the talk about him being good under the high ball, he fucking dropped it enough.
Yeah, that's fair. In the centres, I gave Bradman Best a 7. He started out really slow, though, but he actually started to get himself involved in the game and become quite good.
Yeah.
Crichton, I thought, was pretty poor, and I gave him a 5.
I would have given... Yeah, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, there was I think the Queensland first try, he rushed up out of the line and then planted his feet. And you could just see the back line for Queensland just went, target acquired. And they just exploited that massive... gap he created there, and he was dropping off like tackles that he would normally make. I thought that was the thing that's always been good about Crichton is his defense, and I thought his defense was poor in this game.
I'd agree with both of those ratings. I think that had Bradman, there was a defensive lapse that Bradman Best made in the second half. If he hadn't have done that, I wouldn't given him an 8, but 7 because of that.
Yep. Moses a 6. He did play well, but I don't think he did a huge amount. He didn't do much wrong, but he didn't actually do much either.
Yeah, I'd have given him a 5. For some reason, though, they put all the kicking through him. I didn't understand it, but he didn't really do anything, did he?
Not really. Cleary, I've given him a 10.
Oh,
I've never given him a 10 before. Man, he was everywhere. He was making the right call so often when to get the ball, and the playmaking he was doing was brilliant. His kicks were perfect. He was on song. He was backing up everywhere. There were kicks that were put in the second half when Kula was out of position at fullback because that's just what he was, and Cleary was there to clean those up as well. Like way out of position to get there. He was just doing everything, being as everywhere as he possibly could be. And I just think that it's those things off the ball that he was doing brilliantly, and he did them for the whole 80 minutes. It's one of the best games I've seen him play in a long time.
I think he did a lot of that in the first game too. Defensively, he was fantastic. He was just everywhere, like cover defense, making up for defensive mistakes for other teammates and stuff. I think he did a lot of that in this game as well. There were a lot of tackles where it's like, oh, that was a good tackle, and it ended up being Cleary. I would have given him, I think I would have given him an 8, and I know that is probably harsh, but I feel as though a 10 Nathan Cleary game is when I'm watching it and I'm like, there's nothing anyone can do, and I thought he played really, really well, but I think that it wasn't one of those games where I'm like, oh, there's nothing anyone can do. Nathan Cleary's out there. I think it was the best player in the game.
I gave him a 10 because I think he was not just because of how well he played, but I think he was more than just 1 point better than the next best player. I think he was comfortably the best player on the field, and it was daylight to second.
That's fair
And
enough.
that's what I want reflected there.
That's fair enough.
In the front row, I gave Haas an 8 and Barnett a 7. Barnett played better in this game. He looked fitter and more physically capable in this one. He was ramming it up the guts, which is what I wanted to see him do in the first game.
Yeah, and
he was
we
actually pushing, like he was bending the line, whereas the first one he was trying to get quick play the balls and just going to his knees all the time.
Yeah, and look, we talked about it. He's coming back from an ACL, man. Like he shouldn't have been picked early on.
No.
He did play better in this game, and I thought Haas was amazing. If he'd have got player of the game, I wouldn't have complained about it. I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, I had him as the second best on the field. Robson, I gave him a 5. I just think he was basically just passing from dummy half.
Yeah, look, he's a capable. If he's your NRL hooker, it's fine.
Yeah,
he's not beyond that. That's fine. Like that's completely fine.
Hudson Young, I gave him a 6. Every now and then you watch Hudson Young play and you're going, okay, I can see why he gets rep honors. And then like 2 minutes later, you'll go, why does he get rep honors?
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
And he's just frustrating to watch at times because of that, because he does have the core skills to be at this level, but he also has the odd brain explosion anymore, the odd bit of clumsiness, or the odd discipline problem or something like that. It's always some random thing just comes out and you're going, who did that? Oh, not Hudson Young. Yeah,
he's like, who he reminds me of is Russell Westbrook, where you're like, man, he's got everything you need. And then he'll do some really good things, and then he does something which is just like, can we get this fucking guy off the fucking court? And that's what it reminds me of. So yeah, I agree with that.
Liam Martin, I gave him a 7. I was quite impressed with how well he played because he's been pretty average all year.
Yeah, that's his best game all season. Once a little bit like Barnett, he's been injured on and off all year, and he's needed game time. And I think it just must have been the right game for him because he hasn't played like that all year, and that's fine because of his injury problems. Yeah. I just think it was the right time for him, I guess. And yeah, he was really, really good.
Yo, I also gave him a 7. He was very strong in the middle, very solid.
Yeah, I agree.
Getting some good offloads away too in the line as well, which is always good to see.
Yep.
On the bench, I got Murray with a 6, Fanua Blake with a 5, Brayley with a 6, Strange and Cooler both with 4s, only because they were barely on the field those last two.
Yeah, I'd agree with both. I'd agree with all those.
Strange was barely on the field. Cooler was on the field a fair bit, but I just think that he was badly out of position too often.
Yeah.
And that's not entirely his fault. He wasn't picked to be a fullback.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happened there. But yeah, I think Brayley provided better service and sharper attack out of dummy half in the 30 minutes on the field than what Robson did in 50 minutes.
Yeah, which it's understandable. He's a better quality player, which is not it. Like Robson's fine, but he's just a better quality player, and that's he should start next year.
Yeah. Fanua Blake was probably his best game of the series, but still wasn't great.
He only had a couple of moments really in the second half, and it was like in the last 20 minutes. A couple of good runs, but yeah, it's I just think that this level, the State of Origin with the speed, you need really good leg speed, you need good mobility, and he has that at NRL level, but it's a higher level State of Origin, and I think that it's just a little bit beyond him.
Yeah.
Which is fine. He's a really good player.
He is. And look, Cameron Murray, he's marked down a little bit because he ended up being pushed out into the centres where he's not usually playing.
Yeah.
And he did get caught out speed-wise out there.
Mm-hmm. It's hard we needed to have Damien Cook, hey?
Damien Cook, yeah.
He's a great Origin centre.
I like the fact that when we had a back come off, we decided to send a prop on instead of Ethan Strange, who'd been sitting there untouched and had actually played at centre before. Let's just leave him on the bench.
Yeah, and it took like 5 minutes for them to sort that out.
I know,
And
and
it
it's
was
just
like,
so
what the fuck,
painful.
man? It's
And
just,
why didn't they put Crichton at fullback?
well,
He's
I
the
look,
only player in this. There's two players, all right, in this entire side,
Mm.
other than Tedesco, who's played a fair bit of fullback with four, and it's Crichton and Moses. And I'm not putting Moses there because it's been
No.
too long since he played there.
Yeah.
Crichton does know how to do it. Well, I'm looking at it the whole time going, why are we putting other players there?
I don't know. As a Panthers fan, I get flashbacks of when he has played fullback for us, and it was never good.
No, it was
Like,
never good, but I think out of the options that were available, he was the best option that was available. And
look,
it was
I
just a
don't know.
weird thing.
I was fine with the move. It's just I think it probably didn't quite work out, but we got the win, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But those are my ratings.
Isn't it funny that we were short of a fullback when if everyone was healthy and in form, we probably would have had about 6 fullbacks in the team.
Yeah, we would have picked the whole start. Our first 6 in the lineup would have all been fullbacks.
Yeah.
Just pick every fullback there is.
Just so many fullbacks.
If Tim Sheens was there, we'd have fullbacks in the front row as well.
You'd have like undersized centers in the second row and undersized second rowers in the centers.
That's right. And Dylan Edwards at hooker.
Yeah.
Why not? But that was it. I know. You know what? I'm going to say this as well. Refereeing was very good.
Ooh, I don't know. There's some decisions that I was like, what the fuck was that, mate?
No, I was fine with it.
I was like, I mean, look, man, no, I'm not going to say things, but there were some decisions that I was like, oh man, that's fucked up. I thought Queensland got dudded a couple of times pretty bad.
No, that seems fair.
Ah, fuck them.
That's right. See, referee was good.
Yeah, fuck him.
I knew you'd come around.
Yeah, that's took me around. You took me into it.
There you go. See, so there we go. That's the Fergo ratings for this match anyway.
They're pretty good ratings, Fergo.
I haven't done much of this ratings thing, so you know I'm kind of new to it.
I didn't rate the second game. I was just too disgusted, and the third game, you know, I'm fucked up. So
that's okay.
I've given my ratings to the people that matter, and that's our listeners.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll give you these, and then you can eviscerate me when you're sobered up, and you can turn it into an article to get some more coins onto your wealthy platforms.
Fucking shekels.
And then you can use that coin to buy another website.
It'll be good.
Get another URL on board.
Shut the fuck up. At one point, it become a disease.
It's been a while since you had a new one.
I just had to stop.
Get a few more in there.
I had to have go cold turkey. That was the problem. Oh man! But it was overall it was a pretty good look. It was a good game from a New South Wales perspective. I can see from Queensland perspective, they will be very dirty about that game. Queensland just felt like they didn't turn up for this one, and you know New South Wales did. They had the rub of the green in terms of decisions as well, and fuck them.
Yeah. I think that sums it up pretty well.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else.
That was good. We did good. I think we did good, Andrew.
Of course we did. We always do good.
Yeah.
Are we still talking about the podcast or about New South Wales?
Fucking all of it.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Look, Kalari Daly, I've been his biggest critic, right? And I like saying things like that because it sounds like grandiose. I've been his biggest critic, you know.
Can we say, this masthead has been his biggest critic?
This masthead has been, but part of me hopes that he's like done the job. I'm off into the sunset.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing he can do.
Yeah, he's got a lot of goodwill right now, and he can carry that forward, and he deserves that. You know, he's one of the best players that New South Wales has. He's probably arguably the best Canberra Raider ever, and I'd like for him to go out on top.
Yeah, look, he's one of those players for me, a lot like Ricky Stewart. Absolutely adored him as a player.
Mm-hmm.
As a coach, I I don't want to see them coaching anymore because it's ruining my memory of how good they were as a player, and I don't want that memory
Yeah.
to be squashed by their ineptitude as a coach.
Yeah,
So
that like
I hope
sorry.
Robbie, I hope Laurie just walks away and goes, you know what? Reputation repaired,
Mhm.
off to the sunset. You can
Yeah.
go and be a consultant somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And it's that thing I've always said that like I don't like seeing champions of teams coach because eventually you got to sack them, even if it's like even Wayne Bennett got sacked.
Yeah,
Eventually get sacked, and it's not a nice situation to go through. And there's so many great players for clubs that they step up because they believe in themselves, they believe in the club, they want to do something good, and they do stuff against the odds. That's what they've done through their entire career. So it's they've got that self belief, and I'm not fucking drunk and rambling, am I?
not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
That's good. I just don't like seeing it. That's all. It's
I
not great.
I will say though, there's one coach who seems to have not copped any criticism, and that is Billy Slater. Does he deserve criticism? In your uninebriated mindset.
No, he's got the job done too many times. I would say I think he's got the job done enough that he doesn't need to. And like this series, I think that I think he picked about his best team, and I think that they only didn't turn up in one game. Unfortunately, it was the decider. If Kalen Ponga hadn't been sent off in that first game, I dare say that they would have won the series in 2 games.
Yeah.
There's talk that he will be there next year as well, and I think that's fair enough. My guess is that he talked to Craig Bellamy, and Bellamy said, "I'm at least going to beat the Storm next year." And so he's going to do one more year of Origin, and then he'll take over the Storm. That's my guess. That's a complete guess.
That's not
Because
a guess. You're a journalist with inside knowledge.
Fuck you, cunt.
You're an insider.
Oh.
Inside mail.
I will become violent. Not really. Not really. I'd never get violent with Andrew.
We should definitely then, if Queensland want to make sure they win the next series, they should definitely get rid of Kalen Ponga then, because he cost them this one. I think
Jesus!
That's the point you're making there,
Mike. What I'm saying is, Billy Slater should be fine. Nah, I thought Ponga was pretty good in this series until the last game. Though I just feel as though in this last game for Queensland, there were a lot of their key players that the game just didn't come to, and sometimes that happens in games where, for whatever reason, the game just doesn't come to you, and you can say, "Well, you've got to go after it," and I understand that. But sometimes it just doesn't work, man.
So here's the question, right? And that is, I think Sam Walker proved that he did a good job in Origin this year.
Yeah. He did better than I thought he would. Way better.
Who should replace Munster next year? Should you put Ponga at 6 and Walsh at fullback, or the opposite? Or should it be somebody else?
Yeah, I wouldn't put. I think Ponga would do a really good job, but I wouldn't put. See, the thing is, Walsh, and you saw it in this third game, Walsh has the ability to win game. Like, Walsh is one of the few players in our game that when he's on, it's like we can't stop him. And I think you saw it not only in the final series last year, but most importantly in that preliminary final against the Panthers, where it was like the Panthers played really well and Walsh beat them.
Yeah, and I think
there's not many dudes that can do that.
He needs to be at fullback in his natural position in order to do that. Whereas I think Ponga can still be just as dangerous at 5'8".
He probably could. It'd be a target in defence. I just can't think of anyone else for Queensland. I mean, you've got the what's his name that's up at North Queensland that's injured.
Dearden.
And like, I mean, if he's healthy, you could put him in there.
Yeah, that would be the first and most obvious choice.
Yeah,
they're just got to find a way to try and get Ponga and Walsh in this side somehow. I think.
I think next year I could see where, and Walsh it started the season poorly, but so I understand their decision making, but I could see next year where Walsh is the fullback and Ponga's on the bench, and they bring him on in that kind of roving playmaker position that they've used him in the past, and he's been really good at that.
I think Ponga would be more suited to that role as well.
Yeah,
I think he's a little bit more versatile than Walsh is. I think Walsh is just
Yeah.
an out-and-out fullback.
yeah,
I think Ponga, you can move him around a little bit. I think he'd be just as good at centre, wing, 5'8". I remember when he made his debut in Origin, they chucked him in the middle in the forwards.
yeah,
So I think he's probably more versatile. He can handle a bit more there, but
yeah.
I think they need to start looking at what they do with Munster, because if his form doesn't improve for the rest of the year, I wouldn't be picking him next year. Unless he starts next year in brilliant form, which at this moment I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it's there's worrying signs with Munster and like capable, but he's been more than capable in the past. That's why he's one of the first picked in rep teams.
Yeah.
But Wally Lewis, it happened to him,
And similar to Wally Lewis, it's the defense that went first.
Yeah.
Started slipping off tackles, started losing that little bit of pace laterally.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it took.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like that's where Munster is.
I think the thing with Munster too is like in the big games, he used his size to dominate, and you haven't seen that in this series, and you haven't really seen it too much for the Storm. There's been a couple of games, but you haven't seen it too much this year. And when that starts to go, like that's his big plus, was his ability to use his size as a big 5'8", big mobile 5'8", and we'll see how he goes.
We will indeed.
So what do you reckon about New South Wales for next year? I mean, I think that I'd be shocked if Edwards wasn't the fullback next year. And they won't have that rugby union winger, which will be a good thing. I was shocked that they didn't pick Jenkins at any point.
Look, I think Jenkins is going to be on one of the wings.
If he keeps playing the way he is, you just have to pick him.
I would probably still end up going with Ethan Strange at 5'8". I just think his game just works so much better at this level and complements Cleary better.
Yep.
I'd have Brayley starting over Robson.
Yep.
I don't even know if I'd have Robson in the side. You'd have him on the bench, but
Brayley and Appy Coruscant just sounds like a nightmare for Queensland to me.
I agree. I think it needs to be two, insane attacking forces out there.
Either I could see that, or the only other way I could see it happening is if you had someone like a Mitch Kenny, who's like big game, ridiculous defensively, can play in the back row without a problem. If you had him in the side,
and look, that's kind of where I was thinking, because then you can carry that guy on the bench, and if you're hooker, if Brayley's playing great for 80 minutes, don't fucking take him off, but bring Kenny on, and he can be used as one of the second rower subs.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you want to have. Someone who can deputise. A Darren Centre is what you want.
First of all, for the team photo.
Absolutely. Front and centre.
Yeah. But yeah, that's probably they're two of the ones that I would make. And then you have to think about someone like McLean, how's he going to be going by this time next year? I think he'll probably be a walk-up start. And I think he'd probably take Crichton's spot, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what...
I think with Crichton, right? Crichton was part of these incredible teams to start his career. He's been part of these Canterbury sides that have not been that great. And I just think eventually it wears on you as a player. Kind
of like when you beat the West Tigers for too long.
I wasn't going to say that, but exactly like that.
It's exactly that indeed.
It's exactly that.
Look, that's fair commentary. That's fair commentary. I'll give you that.
Excellent.
Anything else we want to mention?
We could talk about the NRL's broadcasting deal that got locked in, but I feel like that's something we want to go into depth with.
Yeah, I
And
think when you're not under the pressure of
what the
having
fuck, man?
a Mount Vesuvius moment happening from
Memphis,
inside
nah, I'm
you.
not gonna. I can tell I'm not gonna spew. I can tell I'm not gonna spew. Not
All right.
right now, anyway. I might fucking wake up at 4 a.m. and be like, "Oh man, I don't feel great," but right now I'm good. I just think it's something that like there's so much detail to go into, and I'd like to do it properly while I've
I
got
agree.
my eyes open.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
We-
Is there
we can-
anything else though in the game like we can sort of, something we'd normally gloss over?
Well, the first thing we gloss over is the English Rugby League. Is there anything going on over
Yeah,
there?
let's go. I tell you what, there's talk, there's a little bit of whispering that the London Broncos, there's some people in the media going, "Oh, you're kicking ass, but you don't think that you might just walk into Super League. It's not going to be all that easy. You really have to get your ducks in a row."
When did I suppose it's the end of the year that the rankings come out, isn't it?
Mate, who fucking knows? It could be like next February. It's just such a mess over there. Ralph Rumours talking shit because he's left fucking McAlpine Stadium. That's the one at Huddersfield, isn't it?
Yeah, who's that?
Ralph Rumour.
Oh, the guy who used to always have like every time I saw him on camera, he always had like a garden growing in his teeth.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy.
Yep. Yeah. So there's fuckery going on there.
Yeah, just to update people, London Broncos have now won 9 straight games where they've scored 50 points or more. All of their last 9 straight games. Because on the weekend, they beat Hunslet 78-16.
I had somebody on Twitter saying, like, because I was saying about London, and they were like, rugby league doesn't work anywhere except for the Northern England. I was like, okay. And they're like, do you expect people to go 200 miles to an away game? And I'm like, 200 whole miles? Like, you're saying this to an Australian? Like, are they fucking serious? Like, but this is how they think about shit, you know?
So just for the English fans, all right, 200 miles. That's how far I walk just to go to the shops to get some milk every day.
And it's uphill both ways.
Uphill both ways. Snowing on the way up and 40 degrees on the way back.
But seriously though, that's about the distance between Penrith and Canberra. Yeah. And like, just like fucking grow up. You know?
It's a casual stroll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know why they get so cranky.
I do. If I lived in fucking England, I'd be angry too.
Out there poking the bears.
Bears? What do you mean?
That's what you're doing. You're out there poking the bears. All the
it's just like 24/7. You drink gravy, you're avoiding soap. It's a tough life for a pom.
Oh. I can't comment. I haven't been one.
Let's not get into politics, Andrew.
I was gonna say, every time you get drunk, you start getting into a political on me.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh boy.
I know what we're both thinking. I know what we're both thinking. Let's not start making those jokes.
Yeah, that's for that other podcast we have.
Yeah, that's it.
We haven't recorded that one yet.
Yeah. I wonder why Australia doesn't take it all seriously, hey?
It's amazing how one team could move from being Wigan in 1932-33, then being London in 33-34, then Liverpool 34-35.
They're like the Northern fucking Eagles.
They're just they're an entity.
Yeah.
Kind of like the West Tigers and home grounds.
You know what I was thinking was funny was when the NRL did its broadcasting deal, and there were all these fucking English writers that started talking about, like, what does this mean for Super League? And it's like, it doesn't mean shit for you guys, man. Fucking shut up. Fucking idiots.
Oh, you never know. You might just go, you know what? I've got an extra $350 million out of this deal. We'll go buy Super League.
Did you see all of the things I was writing about that the NRL could buy?
I haven't had a chance yet, no.
Man, There was like, I worked out. I looked this up. This is what my life has become, Andrew. I looked this up. The NRL could send 2 players that are 100 kilograms or lighter into space on SpaceX every single day for 7 years. They could afford to do that. No higher.
And the other question is, which 2 players do we send? Obviously, King Gutherson's one.
Well, that's, I was thinking we should do an episode where we like come up with players that we'd send into space. Dylan Walker. But yeah, there were different like things that I was looking up. There was one, somebody had posted about like during the World Cup that their pub was like, 800 years older than the United States, and people taking the piss out of it. And I worked out that if that pub had, like, it was from 14 something, 1488 or something, fuck, who fucking cares? But I worked out that if they had have done the NRL's deal over the lifetime of that pub, they would have got like $3 million a year every year for that whole time. Like, it's so much money, it's ridiculous.
It's a crazy volume of money.
It's crazy. Oh, the other thing I worked out? You can, this is really crazy. You can hire the country of Liechtenstein, right? If you've got enough money. The NRL could hire and rent out the whole country of Liechtenstein for 144 years. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, so let's have a World Cup there.
Yeah, why not?
There we go. We got to get that going. When's the next World Cup we can put there? 4 years or 3 years from this year?
Well, it's 4 years. It's 4 years from
2030 Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein 2030. What would the mascot for Liechtenstein be? And be careful.
Be careful. I was going to say be careful.
It's a bee.
A bee.
Do they have bees in Liechtenstein? They probably do. They've probably got bumblebees or something.
I don't know what they got there.
I feel like they've got beer. They've got castles.
There's a place, I'm just looking on the map now. There's a place just north of Liechtenstein.
Yeah.
Called St. Gallen.
St. Gallen. That's the first time anyone's ever said St. Gallen on this podcast.
On this podcast. So that's Liechtenstein's near Switzerland.
Liechtenstein, yeah, I would dare say they'd probably call it a municipality, like San Marino.
Yeah, look, it's pretty small.
Yeah, well, that's what she said.
25 kilometers long between Austria and Switzerland.
That's crazy. That's like the distance between, let me think, that's like Penrith to
Huddersfield to Leeds.
What a shit journey that is.
That is a tiny country.
Yeah.
That is the absolutely most perfect place to have a World Cup.
Imagine that. Imagine if we just decided to take over a real tiny country like that and just like have a World Cup. I wonder how it would be received, whether they'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Or would they be like, this is crazy, this is great?
I don't know where we'd put the ground, because it's just a few mountain ranges.
They should have a soccer stadium though, surely. What's Liechtenstein National Stadium?
It's looking like a bunch of farms and stuff. I'm looking around. Oh,
there's got to be a soccer.
Brawns Field. Oh, it's just a paddock. That's very British of them.
They've got what would you call a Liechtenstein National Stadium?
Careful.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've got something. I can't find anything. There's a place called Farm Shop. There's an idea.
I'm sure there's a Liechtenstein fucking football team of some sort. There has to be.
They've got an Audi. There you go. You're all covered.
There you go. We're sorted.
We're set.
Yeah.
There we go. Done.
At least we can get Jaffa cakes.
Do you reckon they got Jaffa cakes at
Liechtenstein
Audi?
Of course they do.
You reckon?
They got them here.
Yeah, but I mean, Ropes Creek is exactly the same as Liechtenstein.
Shit. Yeah, let's not have the World Cup in Liechtenstein now that I think about it.
Oh, you ruined all the fun.
Sorry.
So we could have had that as the episode title.
Liechtenstein.
Yeah, Liechtenstein World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
There's a name of a town just outside of the Liechtenstein border called Bangs.
Bangs.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's a great name for a place.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I mean,
there's a split in Croatia.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This has been fascinating. This is like all those times when I've been browsing on my website while we talk. This time I'm browsing a map.
Yeah. It's always good when you end up browsing a fucking map, eh? Looking at Liechtenstein.
Yeah, shut up. I'm not old.
When I was a kid, I used to have a world map on my wall, a big, massive world map. There's like a big poster of it. And I loved it. I loved looking at it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Didn't you? What did you put on your wall when you were a kid?
I used to have just all the posters that came in the big league magazines.
Oh, yeah.
I just put them on the wall.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. I had to put something up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. There wasn't much else. And the big league magazine was about all I could find in the shops that was of any interest. Everything else was just like country magazines and Tractor Weekly and shit like that.
Tractor Weekly. You get to the centerfold, you look, oh, look at that John Deere.
Yeah, check out
it's green on green.
Check out that Massey Ferguson. Yeah. That was a bit of hard work.
Did you have a news agent in your?
No.
You didn't have a news agent.
Nope.
What was like the outlier of shops in the town you grew up in?
There was one general store and that was it.
And that was it. It was whatever was in there was it.
The general store doubled as the post office.
Yeah.
That was it.
So you could go in there, right? And you could go in there and buy like a newspaper, a fan belt, and a oil filter.
I'll tell you what it had. The best fucking hamburgers I've ever had.
Really? Yeah.
The best.
It was like an old-fashioned milk bar sort of thing going on, or
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
We used to have a really good milk bar at Tregear. We used to call it Smith's. No, it was called Smith's was the it ended up being IGA. What was the milk bar called? Nick's. It was called Nick's because the old dude, I think it was an old Greek dude called Nick who used to own it. You go in there and you could buy lollies on the morning. And when I was in year 5, I used to go and get $2 worth of hot chips and barbecue sauce on it before school. It was great.
Oh man, $2 of hot chips now gets you a chip. Maybe 2.
Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. You got to buy fucking $15 worth of them, and you get a little tray of them.
Yes.
Back then, you used to get a whole that just used to shove your hand because they used to wrap it up in paper. You used to just shove your hand in. It was boiling hot. Yeah. Barbecue sauce all over it.
So it came packed in a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
So here's your chips.
Then in year 6, I started getting hamburgers with a lot before school.
Yeah,
I should be morbidly obese, hey, and I'm not. It's crazy.
It's all that gym work you do.
It is, yeah. It's all that fucking Liechtenstein fucking stuff I do.
Gym rat.
Yeah. Look, I'll be up at 4:00 this morning. Do 10Ks just to work off the alcohol.
Standard.
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, should we wrap this thing up so you can get a quick kip in before you have to go for your jog?
We probably should.
Yeah.
It's been a good episode, I think.
I mean, it always is.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit to edit out, but we'll sort that out.
Oh, that wasn't anything to edit out.
I think it was.
It was all good.
I ain't getting fucking cancelled.
It's all above board.
It's not. It's not. They're
Oh,
not going to
well.
fucking call me.
Well, thanks for tuning, everyone. It's been a great night. Good work to New South Wales.
Hmm.
As
They did
always
us
end the day.
proud.
They did us proud.
Yeah.
Well done, boys. And we could do an episode in the next day or two. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm up for that. We've
Sounds
got to
good.
go through that NRL TV deal. There's a lot to go through that, and
Yes.
watch the press conference. Very interesting. A lot of stuff come out of that.
Correct. So we'll be unwrapping all of that and giving all of the details and the lowdown out of that too. So that'll be coming in the next day or two as well. But until then, make sure you check us out on all the socials.